that seek to place heel upon the throat of liberty will fall to the cry of freedom!
What's up?
How are you, Liam?
Good. How are you, man?
I'm very excited right now because you are my favorite actors, one of my favorite actors, really.
That's really sweet. Thank you.
Because also you are Spartacus.
It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, Liam, my name is Berkay. I joined here today from Turkey
Cool.
as one of the biggest pages on Instagram about movies and TV shows.
Amazing.
Yeah, I need to say that there is a great considerable amount of fan communities for Spartacus in Turkey. I would like to ask you a few questions to you.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no, I know I'm always flattered by there's always such a big fan support in Turkey. A lot of Turkish people come out and they're like, oh my God, this is so cool. I'm like very grateful for that. So yeah, I've heard, I know it's a big thing there and I'm very lucky.
Maybe you will come to Istanbul one day.
I've been to Istanbul, but only to the airport. So it's a beautiful airport. But I've flown Turkish Airlines a lot of times. But I would love to. It's meant to be one of the most beautiful cities. I want to see like the Blue Mosque and everything. I just would love. Hagia Sophia is there, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I would love to see. I would love to see it. One day, I hope it will happen. Maybe they have a convention one day.
Liam, how did you feel when you were first casted as Spartacus? Did you feel any sort of pressure on your shoulders because of playing this special historical figure?
Well, it was. I mean, the way I got the job was so crazy because it was only because Andy got sick and he was so great. I love the show as a fan, and then to have that situation was very sad. But also, I was a young actor and I hadn't done that many big things, so I didn't know what I was really getting into. I was just like, all right, I will try and do a good job. He has worked very hard, and I want to keep doing what he is doing. He's done such a good job with the show. I want to try and support that, and I don't want to
Thank
ruin
you.
it. So
Thank you.
instead of feeling a lot of pressure, I was just trying to focus on not messing it up for him because he was so great. So I think if I did it now, I would actually be more scared than I was then, because then I didn't realize what a big deal I was getting myself into. It was just okay, do the job. And now I'm like, oh, it's going to be a whole thing, and it was really hard but for different reasons. I was sad for him, and it was hard work to get into the shape and to get good at the actual work. But it was less scary than I would be probably if I got the same job now.
You were great. My opinion is personally, I believe that both you and Andy brought different perspectives to Spartacus' character. Both of you played the character equally amazing.
That's kind.
That is why I consider ourselves lucky as fans to be able to see both takes on the character from two different talented actors.
Oh, thank you.
Can you talk about the day when you shot Spartacus' death? How did it feel and what was the day like?
Oh, it was a hard day, man. That was a tough day. That's probably, to that point in my life, the most difficult acting I have ever done in terms of like quality, of being good. I knew how important it was to do it well and to connect. I had so many different sort of parts of the story I wanted to connect together in like one moment. And it was also on set, it was crazy because they didn't have much time to do all this huge, like they have fighting a huge war in the
Yes.
last episode, but they only have the same amount of time. So, I remember that day, or that 2 days we shot the very end, and the director was like, look, we're going to be cutting to this, and we have to go over there and go over here and shoot this and then shoot that. And I remember like lying on the ground, and I'm like, you know what, Rick, it's good. You just go and do whatever you need to do. I'm going to stay in this emotion for the whole day if I have to, and you just come back and tell me when to go. And so like, it's the first time as an actor I went home and I was like, I was like, wow, busy day. And then I just started crying, and I was like, what is that? And I had this emotional reaction to it. So normally I can kind of shake it off and be like, no problem, it's just my job. And it's the first time that I was like, unable to sort of shake it off because it was such a hard scene to do. But I'm very proud of it. I was very grateful to have something so great to work with, and it's one of those things that a lot of the times you look back at what you do and you go, oh, I could have maybe done it better. But it's one of the first things I had done as an actor that I was like, wow, I actually was proud of that.
Sorry to interrupt, but well, we have to stop here.
Answers are too long. I'm so sorry.
No, no problem.
No, it's okay.
Sorry,
because,
we have.
Leah is waiting for her questions.
Yeah, I have
Okay,
more press.
Hopefully,
coming,
hopefully we'll
so-
do a convention in Istanbul one day and we can start this again.
Thank you for
Thank
meeting
you.
me.
Thank you for
Goodbye.
taking the time.
Thank
It's
you.
nice
Thank
to
you.
see you.